Welcome to Module 2, Technology and Distance Education, DE Generations. This module frames our understanding of how dominant educational technologies shape distance education. To facilitate that, our group presents a series of discussion videos. We will start with a conceptual and theoretical framework for thinking about technology's influence on DE, and then examine each generation of DE technology. These set the stage for understanding the considerations when using DE technologies, the corresponding issues and challenges, and the emerging and future technologies that might impact the practice of DE. We start by revisiting the generations of DE technology. From the DE Foundation course, we learned that models of DE evolved with delivery technologies. Print technology and an efficient postal system facilitated the correspondence model, providing flexibility in learning and well-produced learning materials. Audio and videotapes, computer-based learning, and interactive video enabled the multimedia model, which incorporated advanced interaction. The telelearning model leveraged conferencing and broadcast technologies that made synchronous learning possible. The flexible learning model leveraged the internet to deliver learning online, enabling institutions to reduce additional costs as students increase. The intelligent flexible learning model builds on internet-based delivery with automated response systems and intelligent object databases to deliver personalized learning experiences with significant economies of scale. Connecting these DE generations to real life, we can easily observe that each generation introduced additional delivery technologies that can be used for DE. Teachers and institutions then have more options to choose from in designing and delivering learning experiences across levels: module, course, program, and institution. Context also matters. The newest technology is not always accessible, nor is it always the most appropriate for a specific learning objective. And as Westergaard reminds us, the use of technology is only as good as the content and the teaching we provide. Parts 2 to 7 will describe the impact of technology on DE. But before we get there, we need to be familiar with theories that put in perspective the relationship between technology and society, especially in the context of distance education. First is technological determinism, which views technology as significantly influencing society, including learning. In this view, dominant technologies shaped the models and practice of DE, or at least greatly influenced their development. Most research on the use of technology in education is technologically deterministic. An example would be research that looks at the impact of a specific technology on learning, be it positive or negative. On the other end of the spectrum is the social construction of technology, or SCOT, which takes the opposite stance. Society significantly influences the way technology is developed and used. In this view, the social context drove the use of specific technologies in DE. For example, print technology on its own did not cause the development of correspondence education, but it was society's demand for distance learning that did. Applying this to the Philippine case, the first DE generation was through radio broadcast, not because the technology created it, but because there was an unmet demand to teach farming techniques within a specific geography, and DE via radio was the most cost-effective way of facilitating this. Is there a right perspective here? Klein cited research that found technologically deterministic accounts at the macro level when we look at the big picture impact of educational technology or when describing their unique characteristics. SCOT applies better to micro level accounts, context specific uses of technology. Klein also cited another research that found more social constructivism in young technologies, eventually becoming more technologically deterministic as the technology stabilizes or matures. Is this it then? Oliver cautions against focusing on what caused the other. The field of science, technology, and society offers several approaches, one of which is the actor network theory. It is less concerned with what causes learning, but more about how actors in a network make learning a success or a failure. In this theory, society and technology are both actors, along with other non-human elements such as processes. Thus, ANT adopts a more system-level analysis. We can use this approach in examining the challenges of the emergency remote learning strategy that was adopted during the COVID-19 pandemic. As we go through the succeeding parts of this module, have these theories in mind as you evaluate the development of DE along with the dominant technologies of each generation. When it comes to learning, we need to distinguish between technology and media. Bates considers technology as things or tools used to support teaching and learning. Listed in the conceptual framework are technologies. They facilitate the delivery of learning, but media provides the learning content. From its root word, media carries the information that is then interpreted and processed for learning. In a micro sense, it is the learning content that appeals to the senses, and in a macro sense, it covers organizations and industries involved with these media. Bates listed 6 educational media: text, graphics, audio, video and film, computing, and social media. Understanding the affordances or unique characteristics of each medium guides our choice of technology for DE practice. Mapping these media against generations of DE technology, we can observe that technological development created new media. Furthermore, each succeeding DE generation corresponded with greater interaction and richer media, consequently, a wider set of possible learning experiences in DE. What is shown here is merely a glimpse of educational technology and media alongside DE models. As we learn more about them, consider how each technology shapes the models and practice of DE, how specific contexts determine the choice of technologies and media in DE courses and programs, and how each DE subsystem supports the effective selection and use of technology to deliver the best possible outcome within its context. Now, let me invite you to participate in the discussion forum. 1, based on your ongoing DE experience, does technology mainly influence educational practices, or do social considerations influence the development and use of technology in DE? Support your view through an example. 2, narrate a recent experience where the use of educational technology for a specific context succeeded or failed. What have you learned about the considerations in choosing the appropriate educational technology? We are looking forward to a lively discussion. Thank you and good day.